What were the dumbest lies you believed when you were a kid? Sometimes when we asked for McDonald's my dad would say no, but turn in anyway and say the car was doing it by itself. I believed him every time and thought the car was just my homie. My parents convinced us that the person knocking on our door on weekend nights when we were asleep was our Uncle Shiloh stopping to say hello. We don't have an Uncle Shiloh. It was the pizza guy. When I was a kid my dad told me it cost 25 cents to change the radio station to keep me from fucking with the radio in his car. I believed that until I was 14. The button on your armrest on airplanes is the eject button. I found out it reclines your seat embarrassingly late. When I was 6 my parents told me that when you flush from an airplane toilet the waste gets dumped mid-air into the ocean. I believed that and told all my friends. Parents then told me they were joking and I became the class fool. That the draining sound of the water in the bathtub was a monster that would suck you in as well. A lie made to get me out of the bath. I believed that girls pooped and peed out of their butthole. When I was 16 years old, I asked my older sister, when you go pee, how do you keep the turds from sliding right out at the same time? I was in on this lie between my mom and younger sister. My sister was about 5 years old at the time and my mom convinced her that Benadryl was truth serum. My mom would threaten to give it to my sister if she knew she was lying. It was so hilarious, but my sister seriously believed it and would get upset. You know how Barbie feet are on tippy toes, so they are shaped to fit into a high heel shoe. Well, when I was a kid, I thought that when girls grew up into women, that their feet would be shaped like that. Despite the fact that I lived in a house with 4 grown women, none of whom had Barbie feet. My mom told me my birthmark was a coffee stain from when she accidentally spilled coffee on me as a baby. I believed it till I was like 11. Walt Disney invented color. Watching a black and white show I thought everyone from the 50s and lower had lived in black and white. I asked my father who invented color. Dad looked at me dead serious and said Walt Disney. I believed it far too long. My mom told me, while I was helping mix some batter or something, that if I changed from mixing clockwise to counterclockwise the ingredients would unmixed. I believed this for way too long and still only mix clockwise. Lost my stuffed animal, a white dog, in the airport in Miami when I was 5. It was my favorite and I was really sad about it. A few weeks later my mom presented me with a brown dog that otherwise looked exactly like the white one I'd lost. She said the workers at the airport had found it and mailed it to us, but he got a tan because he was in Florida. Bought it hook, line and sinker for a few years. Tan dog is now my son's and he's a big fan. As a kid my whole extended family would go camping and my great-grandfather would bring a big ass salt shaker for every kid. When we arrived he would pass them out to each of us and tell us, if you get salt on a squirrel's tail it throws off the squirrel's balance and he can't climb the trees anymore. That's how you can catch one and keep it for a pet. Cue all of us running around chasing squirrels with salt shakers trying to catch one of the little fuckers for hours while the adults got to sit around drinking uninterrupted. Never got my pet squirrel. Lol. Growing up and almost all 30 years of my life, I thought that gingerbread was poisonous. Back in elementary school, we would make gingerbread houses with icing and stuff. My teacher told us do not eat the gingerbread and icing because it is poisonous and you could get really sick. I was like 7 and being a teacher and someone you should listen to, I believed her. Never ate a gingerbread house in my life, nor any of the icing believing it was poisonous. At 29 years of age my fiancé and I were making one and she started eating hers and I freaked out. It was then she informed me that the teacher probably said that so she didn't have to have 30 kids hopped up on sugar in her class the rest of the day. Can't believe I was duped that hard and never realized it. My dad told me that the reason why police officers spend so much time at donut shops is because the shop owners actually need them there to shoot the holes in the pastries to provide them with the classic donut shape. I found out this was a lie when my dad caught me trying to get behind the counter at Dunkin' Donuts one time because I wanted to see the shooting.